Hi Jane, thank you very much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure, Jennifer. Lovely to meet you and to speak to Urology News.
Great, thank you. You've fairly recently become president of BAUN, so I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about plans, for the association over the next year or so.
My pleasure. So, as president, I came in November. I've done a working year of vice president. I do a 2-year term as president, and then I do an outgoing year as immediate past president. So I guess as part of being BAUN president, it's that continuity. So it's taking the association a step of the way from president to president. So yeah, you come in with bits of goals, but actually there's new things come along that all of a sudden you think, well, that didn't feature on my radar, here we are. So it's not just part of the girth report, but what came out of the girth report was very interesting for urology nurses in terms of education. And we are looking at an educational framework, and we are looking at producing those nurses of the future. I'm a little while off retiring, but I'm not that far. But actually we need some succession planning. But more importantly, we need to know where these urology nurses are, because we're so diverse, with so many job titles, with so many different roles. So I guess that's my biggest aim in my term. Where are these urology nurses? Who's going to follow me? And how do we develop nurses of the future to make them robust, resilient, inspired, thinking outside the box, advanced, enhanced? There's loads of titles, there's loads of ways urology nursing can go. It's about BAUN leading the way.
Oh, that sounds excellent. And education being obviously absolutely
tip-top. But it's education in order that patient is getting the optimum care.
Yes.
That they're not
being the focus.
Absolutely, so that they're not coming back for multiple appointments, but actually a lot of it is performed, done on a continuous basis, and not, if ideally within a short space of time.
That sounds excellent and really worthwhile.
Yeah.
You've obviously you'll have BAUN's annual meeting coming up in November.
We go to Liverpool, and there's a big football fan. Liverpool being my team. I'm delighted, absolutely delighted.
So.
we used to have a gala dinner. But very much it turned into an awards dinner, so we would celebrate a team of the year, a nurse of the year, and we would celebrate all sorts of diverse things within urology. This year, top it off, it's at Anfield.
Oh, amazing.
Big ears will be there.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
It'll be wonderful.
So you would obviously recommend for urology nurses, BAUN is the kind of highlight.
No, Liverpool's the highlight of the year. No, of course, BAUN. And we have around 400 members. MedTech Europe, I guess, has just put a little bit of a different spin on it. We have to start thinking, how can we run conferences of the future?
Yeah.
Next year we're 25 years old, so part of that 2020, and BAUS celebrates an anniversary, Tough does, so it's quite a big year, it's 2020, but as part of that it allows us that space to develop, to think about how we move forward, how we develop these nurses of the future, but how we put on an education event for the benefit of patient care, and that's what BAUN's about.
That's
wonderful.
Brilliant. Excellent. And how have things gone here today at BAUS? Is it a worthwhile conference for nurses to attend?
So we don't have a lot of nurses here. The nursing presence is minimal,
yep.
But it benefits BAUN from a strategic level. So our contacts are shared, so companies will come up to BAUS or BAUN or both, but more and more companies are wanting to work with nurses. Those advanced roles, those roles that are just pushing the boundaries a little bit. We want to be at the forefront of those so that we can deliver that education and be there for nurses and show them that we're there to support them. So yeah, it's always worthwhile us being here, and there's a bit of a buzz, isn't there? It's quite a happening place, It's not bad, is it?
Oh, that's great.
A couple of days away from work. Marvellous.
Not as good as Liverpool though.
Nothing's as good as Liverpool.
Well, thank you very much, Jane.
My pleasure, Jennifer, and Urology News. Thank you.